You know how it is, right? We've all been there. You get this huge burst of motivation, you're ready to make a big change, and then, like a week later, you're right back where you started. It's so frustrating. But what if I told you the problem isn't you? It's not your motivation. What if it's your brain's, well, it's actual hardware? Today, we're going to dive into the hidden science of why change is so ridiculously hard, and more importantly, how you can actually work with your brain to finally make it stick.
I mean, you know that feeling, don't you? That invisible force that seems to hold you back. You've got the goal, you've got the plan, you are so motivated. And yet, after a couple of days, it's like this invisible current just yanks you right back into your old routine. It feels like you're stuck in mud. Well, guess what? That force, it's not just in your head. It's a real, physical, biological thing.
And let's get one thing straight right now. This is not a character flaw. It's not you being lazy. It is not a lack of discipline. It's actually a powerful survival code, one that's been in development for millions of years, and it's hardwired directly into the deepest parts of your brain.
So, right there, that's the big conflict. That's the battle. On one side, you've got all your goals for growth and change, right? Learning a new language, getting in shape, starting a business. But on the other side, you have your brain's number one, top priority, non-negotiable job: keep you alive. And for your brain, survival means one thing and one thing only: keep things the same, stability, no sudden moves. Which brings us to our first big topic: why our usual weapon of choice, good old willpower, is almost guaranteed to fail in this fight.
Okay, so this invisible force has a name. It's called homeostasis. And honestly, the best way to think about it is like a thermostat for your entire life. Let's say your life is currently set to a comfy 72 degrees. That's your current income, your current fitness level, your current habits. The moment you try to crank that dial up or down even a little bit, an alarm goes off in your brain. See, your brain's main job isn't to make you happy or rich or successful. Its main job is just to keep the temperature steady.
So think about it. You decide, I'm going to start waking up at 5 a.m. or I'm going to start that side hustle. To you, that's an opportunity. But to your brain's limbic system, that ancient primal part of your brain, it's a 5-alarm fire. It starts screaming, whoa, 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 red alert. This is new, this is different, this is going to use up a ton of precious energy. That little voice in your head that says, let's just start on Monday, that's not you being lazy. That is literally your brain's security system kicking in.
And this is the heart of the problem, isn't it? We try to fight this massive, constant force of homeostasis with willpower. But here's the thing about willpower. It's like your phone battery. You wake up, it's at 100%. But by 3 p.m., after a long day of decisions and stress, you're in the red. Homeostasis, though, it's like gravity. It never gets tired. It's always on, 24/7. And you just can't win a fight against gravity with a phone battery. It's a losing battle from the start.
Okay, but it's not all bad news. In fact, here comes the really, really good news. We don't have to fight our brain. We can actually work with it. And in this next part, we're going to look at how modern neuroscience has given us the actual blueprint to build, well, brain superhighways.
And the magic word here, the concept that changes everything, is neuroplasticity. I mean, this is one of the most incredible discoveries about the human brain. It's the proven fact that your brain is not this fixed, static thing. It's more like clay. It can change, it can form new connections, get rid of old ones, and it can do this no matter how old you are. It means you truly have the power to be the architect of your own mind. How cool is that? So here's a great way to picture what's happening. When you're trying a new skill for the first time, the neural pathway for it is like trying to hack your way through a dense jungle with a machete. It's a bumpy, overgrown dirt path. It's slow, it's hard, and it takes every ounce of your focus. But every time you repeat that action, you're walking that path again. You're clearing it out, stamping it down, and eventually you're paving it, turning it into a smooth 8-lane superhighway. And once it's a superhighway, the action becomes fast, automatic, almost effortless. And get this, this isn't just a nice little metaphor. It's literally what happens. The brain has its own paving material, a real substance called the myelin sheath. Every single time you practice or repeat something, special cells wrap this fatty, insulating layer around that neural pathway. And this insulation, it makes the signal travel up to 100 times faster. So yeah, repetition is literally building a better, faster, more efficient circuit inside your head. Now, this idea should cause a huge mindset shift for all of us. Think about it. That initial struggle, that feeling of, this is so hard when you're starting something new, that is not a sign that you're failing.
It's the sound of construction. It is the biological signal that a new highway is being paved in your brain. The struggle isn't the obstacle. The struggle is the work happening. Okay, so we know we can build these new highways. That's awesome. But what about getting started? How do we get past that initial roadblock, that moment where our ancient brain just screams, stop? Well, this next part is all about how to win that first, most important battle, the start. The brilliant neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman actually has a perfect name for this feeling. He calls it limbic friction. You know what I'm talking about? It's that physical pull towards the couch. It's that feeling of an invisible weight on you when you even think about opening that textbook or going for a run. It's not just a feeling. It's a real physical event. It's your limbic system hitting the emergency brake to stop you from spending energy.
So, the big question is, how do we get around this? How do we sneak past the security guard at the gate? How do we make the cost of starting so low that the brain's alarm system doesn't even bother to go off?
Well, the answer is you trick the system. It's kind of like a Jedi mind trick on your own brain. Instead of a big, intimidating goal like, I'm going to work out for an hour, you make the goal so small, so laughably easy, that your brain doesn't even see it as a threat. The goal isn't run 3 miles. The goal is put on my running shoes. That's it. Your brain does a quick calculation, sees the energy cost is basically zero, and gives you the green light. The limbic friction just melts away. And here's the real magic. Your brain gives you a little hit of dopamine just for starting, which creates the motivation to actually keep going.
All right, so now we know how to win the start. Let's load up our Brain Architects toolkit with a few more practical, science-backed techniques to keep that highway construction project moving forward.
First up, visualization. Now, this one is a little counterintuitive. Most of us think we should visualize the end result, right? Crossing the finish line, holding the trophy. But here's the crazy thing. Research shows that can actually kill your motivation because it tricks your brain into feeling like it's already done the work. What's way more effective is something called process visualization. You visualize the struggle. You literally imagine yourself hearing the alarm and wanting to hit snooze, but then you see yourself getting up anyway. You visualize the hard parts and see yourself pushing through them. It's like a mental dress rehearsal that prepares your brain for the real fight. Okay, but what about breaking bad habits? What about that intense, awful feeling of withdrawal? Well, it turns out that feeling has a biological expiration date. For most bad habits, that peak misery period, when your brain's receptors are literally rewiring themselves, is just about 48 hours. 48 hours! Just knowing that you only have to weather a 2-day storm makes it so much more manageable. You're not weak for feeling bad. Your brain is literally in the middle of a construction project. Here's another great one. It's called habit stacking. The idea is brilliant. Instead of building a new highway from scratch in the middle of nowhere, you build a new on-ramp onto a highway that already exists. The formula is super simple. After my current habit, I will do my new habit. So after I pour my morning coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. Or after I brush my teeth, I will read 1 page of a book. You're borrowing the automatic momentum from an established habit to get the new one started. It's so simple, and it works. And finally, maybe the most powerful tool of all, become a choice architect. Look, stop trying to outmuscle your brain with willpower. Just outsmart it. Your brain is lazy. It will always take the path of least resistance. So use that to your advantage. Design your environment to make good habits the easy choice. Put your gym clothes right next to your bed. And make bad habits harder. Move the junk food to a high shelf in the back of the pantry. The goal is to engineer your world so that the laziest possible option is also the best one for you. So, let's wrap this all up. If there's one thing to take away from all this incredible science, it's this. You are not a victim of your habits. You are not a prisoner of your brain's old programming. You are the architect. This is the big takeaway. I really want this to sink in. The next time you feel that resistance, that limbic friction, that voice telling you to just quit, please do not see it as a moral failure. It's not. Recognize it for what it truly is, a biological signal of construction. You are physically, literally laying down another layer of that precious myelin on a new neural pathway. You have the ability to let the old, overgrown paths of procrastination fade away and to build gleaming new superhighways for whatever you want. Discipline, learning, creativity. The power to rewire your brain and, by extension, your life is quite literally in your hands. So, the only question left is, what are you going to build first?